Awesome. Oh, yeah. My name's Brian Morris. I suck all the right dicks, just so you know. We're that hi, little kid. How you doing? Just early education. Awesome. We got some couples here. That's cool. Or friendships that are weird. Whatever's going on, and I'm excited about it. I actually just told my girlfriend for the first time that I loved her. Yeah. It's met with applause. I'll be honest with you guys, though, I don't know that I meant it when I said it. But after you spend 3 hours standing in line to get into the Shed Aquarium in Chicago, you kind of just run out of shit to talk about. You know what I mean? Are you guys done? Okay, that's bad. I've got some advice for you guys. If you guys are in relationships, this is important. Okay, if you're going to buy your girl flowers, make sure you go to a flower store. Because when you go to a flower store, the message you send to her when you give her the flowers is, hey baby, I was thinking about you. I was thinking about you so much today, I had to stop and buy you something. But when you buy flowers for it, like a Walgreens or a Logley's, the message is more like, hey, I was checking out the other day, and I was like, I got my shampoo, I got my eggs, what else did I want to get? What else did I want to get? Oh, yeah, that's right. I wanted to get a blowjob. That's right. Just ring it up. Just a $10 blowjob. Oh, and some chapstick. That'd be great. That's why they're there. Some other advice. Get an iPhone or a smartphone. Got the autocorrect on it. I'm kind of dyslexic. I don't know how many times my girlfriend has texted me something sweet like, hey baby, it's getting late. I don't know where you are. Are you coming home soon? I miss you. I love you. But I'll be drunk. So I'll text something stupid back like, I'll come home whenever I'm good and ready, comma Bob. And then my phone will be like, good and ready. Did you mean, I'm so sorry baby, I love you, I'll be home soon. I'm like, yes I did, thanks phone. So you should get an iPhone. Do you have an iPhone? Nice. Do you have an iPhone? Child? Walking? Yeah, cool. Girlfriend actually and I just got in a fight not too long ago because we really wanted to get a pet because we're not ready for kids. We wanted to get a pet. We went to the animal shelter, and when we got there, all of a sudden she's like, we can't get a cat. We're going to get a dog. Even though she knows I want a cat more than anything. She's like, you can't have a cat, but you can play with all the baby kitties while we're here. Which is not a compromise, by the way. So then when we left the animal shelter, I took her over to Jared's, and I let her play with all the baby engagement diamonds they had over there. I was like, no, put it down. We're leaving. I have allergies. Get a car. I want to know where you guys stand. You know a little bit about me, okay? I'm weird. I may or may not love my girlfriend. I want to know about you guys, though. So I want some engagement here now. By round of applause, where are my fellow cat people? Okay, all right. Where are the dog people at? Where are my hamster people? One weird dude in the back. Awesome. Fucking hate hamsters. Hate them. They're awful little creatures. Just hate. Like, you ask a kid about any animals, cats or dogs he had growing up, he'll be able to describe those animals to you by what they love to do in life. You know, like, oh, my dog Trixie loved to chase after cars. My cat Kiddos loved getting tangled in yarn. But you ask a kid about any hamsters he had, and all he can give you is a list of names, and then a list of grisly deaths to go with those names. It's like asking a kid about a game of Clue he played at some point. You also have to explain things to your kids that maybe your little child's not ready to hear about. You know, like facts of life that are a little, you know, like, Dad, what are hamsters, Butterscotch, and Oreo doing in their cage? Well, son, when a brother and a sister love each other very much, this can happen. I hate hamsters. You know what I like? I like snakes. I like snakes, mostly because I eat hamsters, and hamsters are awful. We already covered that. I had a friend say this to me once. He was like, man, the more I think about snakes, the more I can't believe in the Bible. And I was like, alright, what? I'm like, well, I just don't think a snake could convince me to do anything I didn't want to do. I was like, well, I don't know, man. If a snake could talk, it could probably convince me to do some wild shit. Right? Hey, Brian. Oh, hey. You should tell some racist jokes. No. You should take a nap. I outside on the south side. No, I'm not going to do that. Alright. You should go back to those racist jokes. No, I'm not going to do that. Some of you guys are like, hey Brian, I don't know if I like that joke. I'm not sure if you made that snake gay in that joke. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, I didn't. Okay, this is one of the reasons I don't like snakes, because it just so happens to be that snakes are sort of nature's aggressively bad gay stereotype. Like, have you ever seen the pissed off cobra just getting all up in your face, hissing and shaking itself? Just... It snapped its fingers, but God took its arms away a long time ago, so it can't. I don't like snakes. Yeah, I know, they're awful. I got called gay once. Well, lots of times. But I remember one time specifically, it happened here in Rockford when I lived here. I was at recess. It was when I was going to Guilford. Guilford, was it Guilford? No, it's the place before that.
They have recess?
What was the place before? What was the place before that? Carlson Elementary. That's where I was. I was outside reading a book because I'm awesome and masculine, and I was just sitting against a tree reading a Star Wars book and minding my own business, and then some bully comes out and he sees me reading a book and he goes, "You're reading a book during recess? You're a fag." That word echoed just like that when he said it. The whole recess heard it. And it made me feel bad. It's an ignorant word to be thrown around. It made me feel like crap. But you know what? The joke's on him. Because that same bully that called me a fag, right? 4 years later, he got hit by a bus, so fuck you, dude. Now all you can do is read. Should have read that sign that said, "Don't walk." I don't make a lot of money, but I know I look good. It's because I buy all of my clothes at Kohl's. Anyone here buy their clothes at Kohl's? Anybody? Let's be honest. It's okay. Anybody? Yeah. It's because everything at Kohl's is on sale. Everything. The staff, the shelving units, everything there. And it has to be, because nothing at Kohl's starts off reasonably priced, right? You walk in and be like, "Oh, that's a nice pair of jeans. Whoa, $87? Oh, it's on sale for $4. Okay. Oh, and I got my mom's Kohl's coupon in the mail, so it's $1. It's okay. You know, circle your savings when you leave the cashier. It's always way too chipper. They're like, "You saved $80 today." On my pajama pants? Really? It's a lot of savings. Hate Kohl's. It's like Herb Kohl just drunkenly puts prices on stuff when he comes into the store. Averaging about $47. I don't know. It's because I don't make a lot of money. I have a shitty job. Anyone here have a shitty job? Just that guy? You guys are all lawyers and basketball stars? He doesn't have a job, yes, that's fine. I work at a Panera Bread. That's my real job. You just laughed at my real job, and that's cool. That's what I do for money. It's awful because it's customer service, and the worst part about customer service, let's be honest, is the customer service, right? You talked about that earlier. It's awful. You gotta be nice to people that aren't worth it at all, that are to give you no respect. There's this one woman that comes into my Panera Bread all the time. Let's say her name's Joyce, because that's her real fucking name, and I hate her. And I hate you so much, Joyce. Oh, I hate you. Hope you're here. I hate you. Hope this video gets on the internet and you see it, Joyce, but you won't because you're old and you don't understand the internet. I hate you, Joyce. I hate you. Every day, Joyce walks up and just angrily starts shouting meats at me. That's every day. Just walks up, just mean old woman, just, "A chicken sandwich!" It's like, whoa, we have a lot of chicken sandwiches at Panera. I just said chicken sandwich, Brian! We have so many chicken sandwiches at Panera Bread. That's just like walking into a bookstore or a library, just going up to the guy and being like, "Biography!" I said biography! There's so many chicken sandwiches at Panera Bread. That's like walking into a movie store and just going up to the clerk and being like, "Give me that one shitty Nicolas Cage movie. Do you have it? I know there's one. Thereh a lot. I really hope Nicolas Cage isn't here right now. Joyce. No, I think we're good. A lot of people do drugs at Panera Bread. Any customer service shop to kind of just get out, you know, not to be there. You know, I don't do a lot of drugs, but a lot of people at Panera Bread do. And it's like this is a true story. This is gonna sound sad, but it's true. One day I go on break, and there's a pregnant woman who works at Panera Bread on her break, smoking weed outside, smoking a joint, pregnant. I came out. I know she saw me. I looked her right up. I'm like, really? Really? You're not gonna share that at all? You're just gonna hold on to it? She was already sharing. She was smoking for 2, so she didn't have enough. This is a true story too. I had a manager for a little while. Let's say her name's Amanda. It is, but she's dead, so I can say her name. It's fine. Don't worry about it. She's not really dead. We just don't know where she is. So if you've seen her, let us know. She owes us all money. Amanda one day just stops. She's like, Brian, stop making sandwiches. I need you to help me find something. I need you to help me find a little baggie. And I was like, what's in it? She's like, I just need you to help me find it. So for the next 2 hours, Panera Bread is paying me full wage to look for her bag of cocaine. I was like, are you sure you brought it? Maybe you left it at home. Maybe you left it in your car. Maybe you made a good decision at some point today. And she's like, no, I know I had it because I went to the bathroom to use it, and then I put it back in my pocket. So I know it's here. I don't know how at your guys' jobs. Apparently you guys are all happy, except for this guy. But I've never been so stressed out. Like, I've never been like halfway through making a Mediterranean veggie sandwich and been like, you know what? I'm gonna need a bump of Coke if I'm gonna finish this. I am getting sleepy right now. If you can't bring it to an airport, don't bring it to your work. You're never gonna see me be like, everybody stop, everybody stop. I need you to help me find my gun, okay? I know I had it, because I went to the bathroom to use it, because I'm 28 and I still work at a Panera Bread. Put it back in my pockets. I'm happy, don't worry about it. I love this place. This place is cool. I've been here before, I like it. I love that it gets taped, because the backgrounds are so cool. It's kind of like we're at the rec center in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. There was like a crazy dude over here earlier. Clearly crazy. He like wrapped himself in his shirt like a... He's gone now, don't worry, he's safe. But I love this back, because my friends are going to see this video and they're going to be like, where were you? I'll be standing here for part of it, like, oh, were you at a child's bedroom? Be like, no. I'll walk over here like, oh, you were at a duty-free shop at an airport. Be like, no. Eventually they see me over here, they're like, oh, you were at a zoo that was having a sexy animal art exhibit? Like, no, I was at a library. In Rockford? Yes. It's kind of cool. My parents' friends are here in the back. I wanted to point them out and make them sweat and feel comfortable. Also, my science teacher. It's really cool that you came out. Let's hear it for them. Let's all clap. Make them feel comfortable. So I kind of have to watch what I say, because they are friends with my parents. Did you guys know you can get pornography on your iPhone? Did you know that? You can. I found that out the other day. It's so easy now. Pornography is so easy to find. If I wanted to, I could download for free high-definition pornography, put it on my iPhone, and take it with me for a run. I'm not going to do that, because I fucking hate to run. It'd be a waste of pornography. But I could if I wanted to. I was actually watching Angela Vela earlier when she was going through her set in the naked bike ride. 7:14, Angela. It was a really good time. Let's call back to her joke. Thanks, girlfriend. Got some more relationship advice for you guys. If you're going to break up with your girlfriend, which I imagine you guys are all going to do, make sure you move out, and you're living with them, make sure you move everything out before you do it. Move everything out of the apartment. So when they come home and it's like all empty, and they're like, what? And you're like, we need to talk. Sit down. Break up. Because you might, if you don't, you might have to do what I did, which is we did the awkward trip back to the apartment to get your shit. I did that. True story. A month after we broke up, I I go back to the apartment, I go in the bedroom, I look in the trash. 3 used condoms. 3 used condoms. All I could think was, who? Who the fuck? Who the fuck still uses condoms? I have an iPhone. I gotta put that. My iPhone's cool though, except I'm on the internet all the time. You guys ever get like, you're trying to type your password in or something and you mistype something and then you get locked out of your email service? Then all of a sudden the internet becomes like a dick bouncer to you. Just suddenly email's like, whoa, 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 whoa. This spelling doesn't sound like the Brian I know. Can't let you in. Well, maybe I could let you in if you could answer these series of questions written by a 3rd grader. What's Brian's favorite color? I know it. We're besties. Those questions are awful. Like, what's your favorite song? My favorite song changes with the release of every new Kanye West album, okay? It's constantly in flux. Now, I gotta try to remember what my favorite song was when I was in high school when I made this account. Then I gotta try to remember how one would spell flagpole sit-up. I don't know how to spell that. I didn't then. It was awful. I tried to beat the system once, though, because I got tired of it, so that when they had all those security questions, I just always answered it, sodomy. Ha 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 ha, I thought. I was like, screw you, internet, this is funny, and I'll always remember the passwords and the answers to my questions, until I got locked out of my email, and I had to answer all those questions over the phone with a real person. My favorite color is sodomy. My favorite sport is sodomy. My mom's maiden name is sodomy. I'm Brian Morse. He laughed too. That was good. I'm good. It's great. So you guys know I don't make a lot of money. I said that. I have an iPhone still. But I'm on the Netflix a lot. And I just found out they put all of the episodes of the show Power Rangers on there. You guys ever seen the show Power Rangers? Anybody? Everybody? Good. Awesome. Not you, though. You nodded, but you're like, kind of. Yeah, Power Rangers is a shitty show. It's bad. It does not deserve applause. It's a terrible show. For those of you that don't know, the show is about 5 teenagers that put on magic suits and use kung fu to fight aliens. That's what they did every day. But nobody in this town had any idea who the Power Rangers are. Nobody. Even though there's only 5 members in the school's karate club, nobody has any idea. Even though they're walking around in their Power Ranger colors every day. Like the Blue Rangers always got like a blue cap on, blue shirts. Red Rangers got red shoes on, red belts. Pink Rangers got all pink on. Black Rangers got all black on. Also, he's black. It's kind of a racist show, too. I could tell. One of the characters was called the White Power Ranger, so it's a very racist show. No one could tell who they were, though. Even though they had this giant wristwatch that go off whenever there's trouble, you know? This is back before cell phones and pagers. The highest wrist technology in high school at that time was the snap bracelet. That's what we had. In the middle of class, no one suspects anything when you hear 5 kids get up. We all need to go to the bathroom together. Teacher's like, yeah, it's cool, go. It's fine. Just go ahead. How many zeros did they get for the day? How many incompletes? How many tests did they not finish? Like, I really hope Power Ranging pays, because in 3 years, Pink Ranger, you're working at a Panera Bread. Or an Arby's, in which case, it's worse than Panera Bread. Or a strip club. And then you can keep the name Pink Ranger if you want to. The show was pretty bad. The villains in that show were even worse. There's this villain who lives in space, named Rita. I watch the show a lot, check it out, it's on Netflix. This is her plan every day. She's got some magic clay, she like molds it into a monster, brings it to life with magic, sends it after the Power Rangers. They beat it, so she grabs some clay, brings it to life with magic, sends it, they beat it, she grabs some clay, magic, sends it, they beat it. You'd think after a while one of her crew would be like, hey Rita, I was just thinking, what if, and I was just brainstorming, what if today we sent 2 fucking monsters? I don't know. They barely beat one. Why don't we give one of them a gun? That sounds like a great idea. Why do we give them a bow and arrow? Give them a gun. No? Okay, what about this? What if we just make a dude out of clay that looks like a dude? He goes to school, he puts drugs in their locker, and we call the police. They're gonna believe it's their drugs. They keep leaving class. I heard one of them's black. It's a racist show. Oh, man. What's that science teacher? His name's... I'm just gonna call him science teacher. I like him. I don't know if my parents told you, I just moved in with my girlfriend not that long ago. Yeah, one misstep at a time, that's how we're taking it. Moved in together, it's awesome, except we lived in, we don't have good paying jobs, so it's kind of a shitty apartment, the walls are really thin, so we can hear our neighbors when they're having sex all the time. And it's all the time, it's like 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, right? And it's just loud, and it sounds like he's beating a duck in the other room. Like, I don't know, it's just like whack, 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 in the other room, and it's like, wow, she's really into it, or that duck is not into it at all. Not at all. And like sometimes we'll start to get ready to make love. To start to get ready to make love? What am I saying? You know, we'd sit down and talk about it, and then you know, we'll be ready, we'll start getting, and then we'll hear them. We can't do it while they're doing it, right? That's a weird soundtrack, so like we'll just wait till they're done, and it takes forever, and I'm like, I should have gone first, right? Thanks. My girlfriend's actually super competitive, sounds good, right? Okay, I gotta keep up with those guys, but I work in the morning, okay? So after 3, 4, 5 times of waking up to have sex, I'll be like, baby, I'm tired, I don't even know if this is going to feel good for anybody. She's like, Brian, this isn't about feeling good. It never was about feeling good. This is about winning. Now get in there. And I'll be like, okay, let's do this. That's how I always approach sex, by the way. Like, I'm awkwardly stepping into a tiny, unstable canoe. Yeah. I saw it. You nodded at that? What? Like, I know what you mean. You fucking shouldn't, dude. You should know what I mean. It's weird. I like this picture of a dinosaur with a rose while there's a volcano behind him. He's looking for love. How the fuck did dinosaurs ever have sex, right? It's a weird question. You ever get a question stuck in your head? I had that question stuck in my head at Panera Bread the other day. Just percolating all day. Can't ask anybody. It's a weird question to ask. I know they didn't do it missionary style. Sir? Because when I was a kid, I had 2 T-Rex action figures. No matter how hard I tried to get them to hug, it's physically impossible. And I know they do it doggy style, because they got big tails where important things would go. These aren't like itty-bitty tails. You can use like, excuse me, I'll be in you. No, these are giant dinosaurs. And they're weaponized. They got spikes coming out of them, boulders built into the side. It's not sexy, it's dangerous. Some of the dinosaurs, I couldn't even tell you how they did it. Stegosaurus. That guy needs like a pulley system, a harness, drop cloth. That's why Stegosaurus always looks so sad in movies when you see him, you know? I mean, I guess I'm safe. I'm super horny. Practice that mime for hours. I finally broke down, I asked somebody this question, right? You think about it enough of Panera Bread, you had to ask somebody. So I asked my friend, but he works at a Quiznos, which means he's got a lot of time for his own questions. He's like, Brian, I don't have time for this. What if an Oompa Loompa was born diabetic? Every day would be a work hazard. And I was like, shit, you're right, I don't know. We'll meet on Facebook and discuss it, I don't know. Some of the dinosaurs had it worse than other ones too, right? T-Rex. Clearly not taking care of himself, right? Those little bitty baby arms he's got. I mean, maybe. If you were like the female could like maybe rub her nips a little bit if she wanted to, right? Just... Probably that's what she did. But the guy could. Well, I mean, if the guy were so well endowed that he could kind of like flip it up and latch onto his little carny stubs. Sort of like hug, rub it a little bit. I don't think that happened, mostly because I don't want that to be true. He was my favorite dinosaur growing up, and that kind of ruins the magic. I'd rather walk in on my friend being eaten by a T-Rex than walk in on my friend just walk in on a T-Rex doing that, right? Just like, what are you doing, Rex? Go away, this is Rex time! Where'd the kid go? He would have loved that joke. He'd be running around the house all day. Rex time! It's Rex time! From this day forward, that would be called Rex time for him. I'll tell him the joke later. It's cool. I don't know how they all did it. Not to mention, he's not doing it himself. He has to convince the female of his species to do it. Not a problem. Sex is awesome, except the female of his species just so happens to be the biggest, baddest carnivore bitch to ever roam Pangea. And then he's got to try to talk this other carnivore monster into doing it in whatever position T-Rexes are able to do it in. Hey, baby. You're done eating that other dinosaur, you want to lie on your side on this hill? Wrap your leg around this palm tree. Put your tail in this hole I painstakingly dug with my baby arms. You can make love. I'm not gonna leave until you tell me yes. Thumbs up. She couldn't do that. Maybe that's all it meant. Yes. Yeah. I have no idea how I'm doing on time.
You're good.
Good?
Good. You go as long as you want.
Okay, cool. So since my friends are here, my parents' friends, I'm going to tell a story I don't normally do. Him and Rockford. So I'm going to tell the story about the first time I had sex. Yeah, feel free to text this to my parents when you're done. I'll teach you how to text, and then you can text them.
I could if your mother had a phone.
Yeah, she doesn't. Thank Jesus. Text me all the time. First time having sex was here in Rockford. I was 16. She was 19, but it wasn't weird. We both worked at Logley's together. Her name was, she was kind of a terrible person. I'll just start there. She was sort of an awful person. Her name was, give me an idea, her name was Brandy. She spelled it B-R-A-N-D, capital I, like it's a fucking AOL screen name. That was her name. And one day, we started dating for like do you remember Brandy?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were dating like 2 weeks, and she calls me, she's like, you come over today, it's gonna happen. It was the sex, by the way. Come over today, but I can't, because I don't have a car at this point. I'm 16, I can't, and I'm actually in trouble with my parents. And so I told my mom I worked. So she drove me to my work, where I was in my work clothes. But under my work clothes was my sexy clothes, a.k.a. my normal clothes. Then my friend came in, took my shift, gave me the keys to his dad's car, which I drove her to her house, where she was waiting for me in lingerie, right? And a bucket of KFC chicken. I don't know about you, but every time I smell KFC, I'm like, I gotta fuck. This is, or at least run, or something physical. Let's do this. And then we had sex. And it was over. That story doesn't have much of a climax, but I did the situation, so I'm there. It's gonna end on a really sad, pathetic note. Now I'll tell you one more thing that happened to me. First time spending a night at a girl's house. I'm not gonna say her name, but I was spending at her house. It was awesome. It was in her bedroom. Nobody knew I was there. Well, she knew I was there. That would have been weird. She didn't know I was there. Nobody knew. I was there, and I had to pee really bad. She's like, you can't go upstairs, that's where my parents are. You can go pee in the sink in the laundry room. So I go in there, and there's a big, tall sink. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm like 5'6". It's like right here. I can try to arc it, but it's a laundry room. I'm not gonna do that. So instead, I get up on the washing machine. It's right next to it. Pull my pants down. It's got a Spider-Man t-shirt on, by the way. Because I'm romantic. And I'm just kind of peeing into this sink. Everything's fine until her mom comes into the room. And she just dumps the laundry and she walks out. She never saw me. But the whole time, like, what would I do if she'd seen me? Like, hey, I'm just taking a piss in your laundry room. Like, what? Like, my best idea would, like, try to hit him in the eyes and run away. Just like, it's a dream, I'm Spider-Man, get out of here. I'm gonna end it now. Thanks so much for coming out and supporting live comedy, everybody.
You're going for Brian Morris, everyone. Man, I didn't even know we were going to have a couple of kids here, and I definitely picked a very child-friendly comic. He's got stories about dinosaurs, Spider-Man. Dude, I'm going to book you to like work for my kids next fall. Like, hey, maybe Maya, you can have them at your class. You can have them come in. It's like, here's performance art today, kids. There you go. Now, I definitely want to thank everyone for coming out, and I do want to remind you once again, Billy's Dyes are going to be out here all day tomorrow, and you see their beautiful artwork / clothing right there. Definitely want to get hooked up with some of that. Check it out. Keep supporting local businesses. Please support the Bookworm. Should I mention the other ones on the list also? Yeah, definitely also Katie's Cup, because, yeah, they definitely need it. The Wire, the Wicked Brew, and also one that's down on my list, but also it's a Brick who've always been really good to us, and so definitely keep supporting local business, keep putting that money into the local economy because it comes back. That way, especially like people with kids here, that way when your brats are 16 years old, you can send them off to get like a real job and shit so that they don't have to be munching off you. And also, speaking of supporting the local economy, I also have a moonlight as a poet, and I got a book of poetry, and it's only $10, so you should definitely check that out too. And don't forget to Think the Comics. That shit. So yeah, and don't forget to keep your eyes moisturized as well. Okay, thank you. Drive home safely, and let's hear it again one more time for all the comics, for Brian Morris, Angela Mela, Rich, Bosoa, and me, and of course, so lovely Stacy.